UFC Fight Night Vegas is coming up this weekend, and guys, today I'm going through the top 5 fighters that I will be cheering for the most out of everybody in the card, regardless of my bets, regardless of my picks. I'm going to be sitting here, and I'm going to be cheering for these fighters, and I'll tell you why I'll be cheering for them, so hear me out, and I'd love to know in the comments down below afterwards if there are any fighters that you, in particular, hope win this weekend at UFC Vegas 79. We're going to get into them in just a second. Before we do, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's get into the 5 fighters. So I'm starting off from number 5 to number 1 all the way like at the end of the video. I'm going to tell you the fighter that I'll be cheering for the most out of everybody. And we are going to start off with Bryan Battle. He's taking on AJ Fletcher. And I wholeheartedly believe that Bryan Battle is going to win this fight. I'm on the Bryan Battle train. And that's honestly the reason that I'm picking Bryan Battle to have in this video here. I am all over this guy. This guy is exciting. And his heart and determination in there to win. Even in his loss against Renat. Like he looked like he was in there. Always trying to work, always trying to win, never giving up, and I really, really appreciate an attitude for that. So, like, honestly, I'm just becoming a Bryan Battle fan, and I don't, like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, come on, Bryan Battle. I'm not going to be, like, going crazy for Bryan Battle or anything like that, but I really hope the guy wins. I'm on the Bryan Battle train, and I hope his train continues, but let's talk about another fighter that I really, really hope wins this weekend, and that's going to be Mateusz Gamrot. So Gamrot, I have been on the Gamrot train for a very, very long time. I thought this guy's talent, and honestly, guys, this dude's talent is so underappreciated. Only the hardest core of MMA fans really, really look at Gamrot like he is one of the most talented fighters in lightweight division. He is right there, man. He can beat anybody in that top 10 division, and everybody is still high on Rafael Fiziev. Even his loss to Justin Gaethje, everybody's like, oh, this guy's so dangerous. Everybody's always talking about this guy, and you know what? Understandably so. He's very exciting. I like Fiziev myself. I'm a fan of his, but I hope Gamrot wins because I would love to see him edge towards the title a little bit more. And honestly, I think it makes for some really, really fun matchups at the top of the division. Like imagine Gamrot versus Makhachev. I would love to see that. Honestly, I think that's a fantastic matchup, but I'm cheering for Gamrot more so because he seems a little bit underappreciated, especially among casual fans. So this fight, regardless, is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be a war, and I'm going to be cheering for Gamrot in this fight while I do like Fiziev. Let's talk about another fighter that I do want to win, though. And guys, that's going to be Charles Jourdain. If you want to talk about underrated fighters, man, Charles Jourdain is somewhere where you need to look absolutely no further. This dude is constantly putting on the most exciting of fights, with the exception of his last one, but you could argue, well, honestly, there's not even an argument for that. It definitely was because of his opponent. But even if he made the fight pretty fun, like, I absolutely love watching this guy fight. This guy goes in there, he does his best, and while he doesn't always get the job done, he's looking better every single time we see him. He's improving, and there's a Canadian I can cheer for. There's not a lot of Canadian fighters I can get behind right now, but guys, Charles Jourdain is one of the most underrated fighters in the division. I am 100% convinced of that, and I hope that he can put a giant win streak together. I hope he can get to the top of the division. I love watching this guy fight, and I hope he gets to the top, but let's keep going, guys. There are 2 more fighters that I will be cheering for, honestly, more than all of these guys, and the first one being Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, since his performance against Ilia Topuria, has been getting crapped on by MMA fans everywhere. And this dude is a dog in there. This dude comes in with the intent to win. Like he had I believe it was a back injury. I don't remember what injury it was, but he had a really bad injury, and everyone's like, oh, Mitchell pulling out, Mitchell's scared. You know what I mean? Like, the disrespect I'm seeing for this guy is absolutely insane. You know what? If you want to talk about, like, him talking about conspiracy theories and stuff, I understand, like, you might not like Bryce Mitchell for that reason. But honestly, I like him as a guy, man. He just sits back, he does his own thing. Watching him at Unbetted, and it was so nice, like, before his last performance against Topuria, it was so nice to see MMA fans coming together and rooting for this guy. It's like, I really like Bryce Mitchell. This guy's laid back, he comes in, he comes to fight, and he's really good at what he does. I hope he wins. And honestly, guys, I love Danny Ige too. I really do, but when these two come together, I think Danny Ige too is very underappreciated as a fighter. Just a lot of things like I was talking about with Charles Jourdain, to be honest with you. But Bryce Mitchell, I hope wins this fight. I hope he gets back on the train. I hope the fans get behind him. Man, these MMA fans suck, man, because you lose one fight and everybody is completely off the train. So I'm going to be cheering for Bryce Mitchell. I will ride or die with that guy. But there's one fighter that I hope wins among all of the other fighters on the card, guys. That's Tim Means. I've been watching Tim Means pretty much since I started watching this sport. He's taken Andre Fialho, and both guys are on a very, very bad losing streak. So one of these guys, man, like both of these guys are either at the end of their careers or they could be getting cut from the UFC. Now, I'm not confident this will happen. I don't know if this will happen, but I'm just like, it's my wishful thinking here. We know Tim Means is old now. He's getting at the end of his career. Like, it's coming with one of these fights. I want to see Tim Means get a beautiful, beautiful win like I know he can. And this is the opponent where he can do it. I don't know if he'll win, but man, this is the time to do it. I want to see him get an insane finish. I want to see him retire on a win. I want to see him have that fairy tale ending. With a long career, the Dirty Bird has put on such amazing, amazing performances and entertained me throughout the years. I want to see Tim Means get a nice win and not go out like so many fighters that we see. And I don't even know if he's going to retire, but that day is coming. I just really hope that he wins, and I hope we get to see that fairy tale ending. So guys, those are the 5 fighters that I will be cheering for the most at UFC Vegas 79. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'd love to know what you think down below. Out of all these fighters, do you agree with any of these fighters that I picked? Brian Battle, Mateusz Gamrot, Charles Jourdain, Danny Gay. I said I also like Danny Gay, Bryce Mitchell, and Tim Means. Are there any fighters that you in particular would be cheering for? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you are new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button up with the channel, ton to subscribe if you are brand new. On the screen right now, you'll have 2 videos from the Clenbat channel. I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care.